Hello, I'm Nate Dove, and I'm going to be talking about why the golf driver is so important to the game of golf, and are the newest ones that much better? Is buying the brand new golf driver really worth it, or are you just wasting thousands of dollars? Golf today looks very different from the game that began in 15th century Scotland. Technology has completely reshaped how we play, from the clubs we swing to the data we can collect and analyze. But when we talk about technology making golf easier, we're not saying it removes skill. Instead, it reduces unnecessary difficulty. It helps golfers hit more consistent shots and with less strain, and even lowers the risk of injury. Modern equipment, especially drivers and golf balls, can help players hit the ball further and straighter. And distance really matters. The average golfers shoot about 14 strokes over par, according to the United States Golf Association, the USGA. Meanwhile, professionals often score well under par, and one major reason is distance. Longer drives lead to shorter approach shots, which are statistically easier to control and more likely to land on the green. So naturally the question becomes, can new technology actually improve your game, or is it just expensive hype? To answer that, we need to look at how far golf equipment has come. Early golfers used wooden clubs and feather stuffed balls. In the 1800s, the gutta percha ball revolutionized the game with better durability and consistency. The club I have with me today is a 2-wood or brassy from between 1945 to 1955. It's a pretty old club, but it still has like a steel shaft, but there's literally screws in like the face where you hit the ball. So that's pretty old. And then later came steel shafts, just like this. And eventually today's titanium drivers and the multi-layered golf balls. And then the second club I have is a more modern. This one is still 2001, so not even close to modern technology like what's on the screen, but it's still a lot different than the other one and a lot bigger. The drivers, as the years go on, have gotten a lot bigger, which can add to the distance. But yeah, that's the main huge difference between like 50 years and just those two. And the golf has evolved from a craft-based tradition to a high-tech sport driven by engineering and performance. And the impact is clear. Driving distances, especially at the professional level, have steadily increased over time, and today's golfers hit the ball further than ever. On the PGA Tour, the average golfer, the average pro, has increased their driving distance by 17.5% over the last 4 decades, with a total increase of almost 45 yards in 40 years. But this graph is only updated to 2022. So if we add the current 2026 to our average, which is about 303 yards, we're left with 48 yards in 46 years. And that's almost a gain of a yard, or a little over a yard per year. And you can see that's just 1980, and that's 200, and it's gained 45 yards, and this is 2022. So it's a very steady increase over technology. And then this is where the club I have on display would be about for the tour pros, and it's already increased over 20 yards from then on. So with better equipment and improved training and advanced swing analysis, the speed increase becomes easier. But here's the twist. As players get hit further, golf courses have adapted. Many courses have lengthened their holes and courses by hundreds of yards to keep up with modern power. Fairways have become narrower, rough has gotten thicker, and greens are faster and more complex. In other words, even though technology helps players hit longer shots, the game isn't necessarily becoming easier. Strategy still matters a lot. Golf course designers use hazards, dog legs, and angles to force players to think carefully about every shot. Sure, a longer hitter might try to carry a bunker or cut a corner, but that comes with risk. One bad shot can erase any advantage distance provides. And then there are the rules. Organizations like the USGA and then the Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St. Andrews, better known as the R&A, strictly regulate equipment. Driver heads are limited in size, even though they're pretty big, and the spring effect of the club face is controlled. Golf balls must meet specific standards. These rules prevent technology from completely overpowering the game. Because of these limits, we're also reaching a point of diminishing returns. Modern drivers are already highly optimized. Future improvements will likely be small, not the massive leaps we've seen in the past. So what does this mean for you as an average golfer? For recreational golfers, new drivers can absolutely help. They're more forgiving, meaning off-center hits still go further and straighter. They can give the game more enjoyable and less frustrating attributes, but they won't magically fix your swing. Things can still be frustrating. And at the professional level, and even for more serious amateurs, skill still outweighs technology. Accuracy, decision making, short game, and putting remains just as important as distance. The honest answer is, it depends. It depends if you're looking for more forgiving and a bit of extra distance. It can be a valuable upgrade, but if you think it will instantly transform your game, you might be wasting your money. In the end, golf's challenge and its appeal comes from the balance between skill, strategy, and adaptability. Technology can help, but it can't replace fundamentals. Thank you for your time.